Hey guys, have you ever wondered how all these curly girls get beautiful, gorgeous, multi-day hair and do absolutely nothing to it? I have too. That has been the biggest struggle of the curly girl journey for me personally, is figuring out how to stretch out my wash days, because let's be honest, they can get kind of time intensive, and not having to do that every single day would be great. I personally cannot get to day like 17 without washing my hair, because I am actually kind of an oily girl, and this is my day 2 hair straight out of my protective hairstyle, and I have done absolutely nothing to it. Let me show you all the angles so that you can see that like the back of my head's not like matted and messed up. So I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how I personally protect my hair at night, and I am here to show you guys what I do. First off, I like to use an Invisibobble. This is the Power Invisibobble. I'll have it linked down below if you're curious. I find that these last longer for me than the original Invisibobble, and I know this one is wildly stretched out. You can actually put these things in really hot water and they shrink back up, but I find that they stretch out again fairly quickly after you do that. But it is a way to like shrink them up and make them a little bit smaller. This is how I like to put my hair up at night. This is what works best for me. I gently flip everything forward like so, and then I gather it on top of my head. And as you can see, I'm not raking my fingers through. I am just smoothing my hands over it. And there will be bumps and weird places that stick out, but that's okay. And then I pick the Invisibobble on once, twist, and only pull half of my hair through. And you would think that putting it up and only pulling it halfway through would stretch out these waves and curls, but as you saw earlier, it really didn't. My hair was not stretched out. It did retain its curl pattern. The only other thing that I do that really does make a huge difference is I sleep on a silk pillowcase. Now, I know that this seems way extra and super bougie. Let me tell you, I have been there. Past Courtney was so stubborn. I thought I knew everything. I saw all these lovely curly girls having beautiful multi-day hair, and they were all talking about sleeping on a silk pillowcase, and I was like, yeah, right, that's not really gonna make that big a difference. And I was really riding the struggle bus getting past day 2, and I was trying all kinds of different things. I was trying sleeping in a buff, I was trying sleeping in a satin bonnet, I was trying all kinds of things, and my hair just looked awful on day 2, and there was nothing I could do to it to make it look any better. So what I did is, I, cheap girl that I am, went on Amazon and I searched for the cheapest satin pillowcase I could possibly buy, because in my mind, satin was cheaper than silk. And on Amazon, yes, the satin pillowcases are cheaper than the silk ones. And I bought it and I started using it, and I noticed an improvement. I started being able to get to day 2 hair much more easily with much less effort. Like I could just take it out of the pineapple and only do a little bit to it, and it looked pretty good. And I slept on that for months and thought, I don't need silk. Silk won't make that big a difference. Nah. Then, full disclosure, My Case Silk reached out to me and offered to send me a silk pillowcase to try out. And I am finally ready to tell you my thoughts on it after using it for a month. There is a big difference between a cotton pillowcase upgrading to a satin pillowcase. You will see lots and lots and lots of improvement when you use a satin pillowcase, but there has been even more benefit from upgrading to a silk pillowcase. And let me tell you personally what I have noticed since sleeping on this silk pillowcase for a month. The underneath layer of my hair up until this point has not been curling. It would be stringy and stretched out and kind of frizzy and unhappy looking. the underneath layer of my hair has finally started to curl up after a year of doing the Curly Girl method. And when you think about it, that makes sense because it's this back underneath layer that is coming into contact with my pillowcase. And the other thing that I personally have noticed a big difference in is, let's be honest, I'm getting older. Nobody gets younger, so I am getting older. And as I age, I have noticed that I get those like smashed wrinkle lines from my pillowcase and sleeping at night. Those have been greatly reduced after sleeping on this silk pillowcase. Now, what is the big difference, you may ask, between my satin pillowcase and the silk pillowcase? They're both kind of that slippery, nice material that decreases friction, so they're theoretically would be having the same good effect for your hair. The silk fibers are so much finer than the satin ones. They are also very similar to the structure of your hair, which is 97% amino acids. So the silk is actually really mimicking your natural hair strand and therefore not causing as much friction. You may think that the slippery satin doesn't cause friction, but this really, there's no friction. And then you may be worried that this would slip off of your bed. I have not noticed this slipping around on my bed at all. It does stay in place. My other big concern when I was first starting out and I saw all these girls sleeping on a silk pillowcase, I was like, well, that'd be all cold. There is something about this that adjusts to my body temperature and allows me to be warm and nice and snuggly, and it's so much oddly softer, like softer than my satin pillowcase. I would like stick my finger in my satin pillowcase and it'd be kind of firm. This one is soft and flexible. Also, I am a little irritated at Past Courtney for not doing a better job of shopping, because after doing quite a bit of research on silk pillowcases, my case silk is actually extremely affordable and is the best bang for your buck that you can possibly get. They use 100% mulberry silk, and let me tell you a little secret. I actually paid more for my satin pillowcase that I bought off of Amazon that I thought was so cheap than some of the silk pillowcases that are on Make Silk's website. Come on, Past Courtney. Why did I have to be so stubborn? Because I could have been sleeping on this for months and months. Instead, I've only had 1 month with this lovely pillowcase. Also, you will notice in the description box down below, there is a promo code for 15% off. It is SWavyCurly15. And guess what? It is not an affiliate link, so I have no benefit if you use it. It is strictly to help you out, and it will save you 15% off. So, needless to say, these silk pillowcases are absolutely worth it. They do make a huge difference in the health of your hair, and yeah. So that is it, folks. That is how I get to day 2 hair without having to do anything to it. I personally will not be one of these girls that can get to day 17 without washing their hair, because I am rather oily, but to be able to wear my hair for 2 to 3 days without having to do anything to it has been really nice. I hope you're having a great day. Please subscribe and click the bell, and leave me a comment down below. What is your favorite way to protect your hair at night? All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.